What's good, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is JustClark, and we got Yo-chan back in the lab, studio, office, whatever you want to fucking call it, man. It was getting a little too plain. It felt like too much of an office, and I also got my figure white. Yeah. But anyways, as the title suggests, today I'm gonna be working on improving my character expressions, the way I can draw expressions, which is, if you want to study it, I recommend that you study animators, study people with an animation background, because that's the main focus of animation, is to express. Alright, but anyways, without further fucking ado, let's get started talking about what I've learned doing my studies today. So these are the four main points that I noticed, which is the eye shape, how you draw the eyes, the eye space, how much space does the eye take, the mouth shape, and also the character. Now let me explain all of these one by one. So starting off with this main character here, just a neutral face, not much expression here. If you look at the eye shape, it's like this. With the eye shape, that also comes the eyeball shape, the pupil, iris, whatever. What I notice, if you're drawing a character, an eye shape, which, say we stick with the same eyelids, right? If you go with a kind of more oval, it kind of gives more of like a cute character vibe. But if you go with, say, same eye shape, right, but with the eyeball, it's a lot circular, that gives kind of more like a cool character vibe, at least for me personally, like smaller eyes and all that kind of stuff. But pretty much, if you look at the eye shape, this leads us on to eye space, which, paying attention to how much space the eye takes. As with the anime style, it takes a big space. Realistically, with our eyes, it's mostly just in the middle. Even if I open my eyes like this, it's still just around the middle. But obviously, with stylization and all of that, we push certain parts that we want to emphasize, and in the anime style, it's mostly the eyes. And what I've also noticed with the mouth is, the smaller mouth gives them more of a cuter look. And if you're gonna give your character a smaller mouth, I think you should make the eyes larger, just so that balance and contrast. Because if you draw small eyes and small mouth, everything's just gonna look like they all shrunk, right? It's kind of ironic how you need contrast for balance, right? Like, it's weird, but that's the irony of life. Alright, so now let me give y'all an example of the eye shape, eye space, mouth shape, how that all works together. So this is gonna be the first neutral position, neutral expression character. Next up would be this ahego. Shit, ahego. And as you can see, the jaw moves down when you open your mouth, so just be aware of that. And then the eyes close kind of halfway. And then the third one is this calm, like ara expression, type B. And then the fourth one, we have this shocked face, kind of surprised face, and just pay attention to the mouth shape. So these are just a few examples of me applying what I've learned. And the artist that I've been studying today a lot has been Yancha, an artist I follow on Twitter. You guys may or may not know them, but they got fire ass fucking works. So this is one of their works. I just love the expression, man, on their fucking drawings, on their fucking artworks. Just the expression, storytelling, the composition, all that kind of stuff, man. Like, some of the anatomy, not really my kind, but they do try different types of anatomy, so they're not stuck to one style. But pretty much how I went about breaking this down. So what I'm paying attention, firstly, are the main big shapes. So we have the eye right here, eyelid, and then 3 eyelashes like that, and then find the eyes just like that, eyelid, then probably the brows here, we have the eyebrows, nose, and then the mouth shape, not considering the lips. We have pretty much this shape right here, and then we'll have the tongue like that. And if I move this to the side, this is what we have right here. And then I actually take an extra step and pretty much just check the balance of the face. So we know that the brows are probably around here, then add the center line, and then check the balance, rule of thirds. I uploaded a video about that, so you guys can check that out if you know you know what I mean. Yeah. All right, so from the brow, bottom of the nose right here, and then we have the jaw. 1, 2. This would be the initial length of the jaw to the nose, but because Kaching's mouth is open, the jaw moves down. And also, what I noticed is the lower lip, if it's opened like fully like this, where the jaw would initially be placed, the lower lips do reach that, as you can see. So that's just like a little something. At the end of the fucking day, man, the measurements are just something to check the balance, just something to make sure that you're doing things right, but you don't have to follow them like completely to the T, because that does block you. That kind of does, you know, you get bound by the rules and you don't want that. You want to be free. That's what art is all about. That's what creativity is all about, thinking outside the box. So yeah, just a quick side note over there. So pretty much this is how I break it down. I grab the shapes and I grab the overall balance of the face, and it still follows, man. It still follows all the rules. And then this is where the lower eyelid would be. The lower eyelid would just be a little bit closer to the bottom of the nose. So that's the balance that I search for. Now all I'm gonna do is draw a bunch of expressions, draw a bunch of different, you know, heads, in different angles and all that kind of stuff. I'll see y'all at the recap at the end of the video. I mean time lapse, at the end of the time lapse. Yeah. Alright, we here, I'm done. It took me way longer than it should have. I spent too much time working on something. Yeah. And also I kind of struggled with the mouth here. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna put it in perspective, but there we go. So my thought process right here is pretty much get the whole perspective of the shape of the face down, get the whole planes correct, and overall balance of the face. This one's a little too chubby, so I had to adjust it a little bit. And yeah, it looked goofy. It looked pretty goofy, but whatever. Then the second one, I pretty much paid attention to that balance of the head once again. It's a lot tougher for me to draw heads that are looking down than from like a top down view compared to a bottom up view. But yeah, and then this one, it really was just following the contour lines of the face and all of that. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want to check out my actual study video, you can check that out on my Patreon. I'll be uploading my PSD or CSP file as well right there, so y'all can check out how I studied those faces. expressions and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you got something out of this video, leave a like, leave a comment what you thought, leave a comment what y'all want to see next, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Yeah.